Hello, 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 everybody. How you guys doing? I am doing well. I got Milton here with me today, so I'm doing good. I was always doing really well. Just welcome everyone. Welcome and come on in. Come on in this house. Share with everyone where you can. I'm just going to be sharing. Milton is helping me share as always. And so we're just going to be sharing today and doing what we're doing. We're going to be sharing about craft organization. We haven't talked a lot about it. I've mentioned it here and there, but today is Giving Tuesday, so we are going to share because it's Giving Tuesday, and we who are of a melanation have the opportunity. All right, babe. Babe, go get some water. He'll be back. But we of a melanation have the opportunity to really share and to show our people how much we love them and just how much we haven't forgotten at all about the needs that exist in our community. And so that's why we're here talking about not only the needs that exist, but talking about how we can be the change, right? So many times we have left it up to other people and other organizations to do this work, right, for us. But this is the time, this is the season to do this work ourselves. We are the hands and feet of the ancestors, right? We're the hands and the feet of the ancestors. And so it's our time, right, to create something beautiful and amazing in the world. And so this is why we're here. We're creating something beautiful. We're creating something wonderful so that we can be a blessing to our people, so that we can be here and really be cognizant not only of the good things, of course, that are happening in the world and the amazing things, but really being cognizant and aware of what it is that we have been given and provided to do. What are our assignments? How are we supposed to be really showing up to be a blessing, to help our people in this season? And so that's what this is all about, right? This is what this is all about. It's our work in the world. It's what we are called to do. And so that's what Milton and I are going to talk about today. We are coming on to really talk about craft organization, the work that we do, and the work that we've been called to do, and this work that you as the people and the children of the Most High can be involved in and can be a part of. And so there are some beautiful, amazing things that you can do as well. And so this is that season. This is why we're here, to do amazing and beautiful, beautiful things. And so that's what we'll be talking about. I'm just so glad that those of you who are joining me, I'm just so glad that you are here. I'm glad that you have chosen to show up at this present time on the continent. And we really just have work, right? We have work to do. And so that's why we're here, to share this with you. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much. And so Milton, tell us just a little bit just about maybe from the beginning about how, hey, Africa, here I come. It's so great to see you. Thank you so much for being here with us today. But Milton, maybe you could start and then I'll start about how you, some of the work that maybe you've done with nonprofits over the years, and some of the work that we're doing now with with some of the work that you've done over the years with nonprofits and how you believe nonprofits like ours, like craft organizations, can change the world.
Well, I've done some work for a number of years with a lot of nonprofits in the form of giving, raising, and other parts of nonprofits. But the biggest part that I've done has been in outreach and giving. We've been tasked with raising funds, doing fund drive for clothes, for food, for shelter, you name it. We've done it all. We've had giving times where we just, for one example, we at a church that I worked at for our nonprofit, we did a free yard sale, which was we got people in the community to donate clothing and furniture, anything they want to donate, in household appliances, beds, cars, or whatever. And we had a yard sale for the community, and it was totally free. No one had to pay a dime for anything. All you were responsible for was getting out of there. Yeah, if you got a bed, you had to have a way to get the bed home. So that was something we felt was needed in that community at that time, because there were a lot of people who were struggling and they needed some quick resources, and that free yard sale was a big help to them. Another thing that we've done when we first got started in our nonprofit was we would raise money and we would purchase food and get clothes donated and purchase whatever clothes we could get. And we would drive around here in this city. There are a lot of places where the homeless people gather, and we would just go to those sites. We would feed, we would donate, we would do whatever we could to help the people to meet their immediate needs. And we've taken that on going forward in our nonprofit now, because part of the thing that we do in our nonprofit is helping our brothers and sisters who are in need by providing food, clothing, and shelter the best way we can. So one of the things that we tried to do back earlier in the nonprofit was getting rental houses and affordable housing for people who need a home. So that's a project that's ongoing. We're looking at, I'll share with you, doing what's called container homes. And I'm sure you all have seen the railroad containers where people ship things across the country or from state to state. Those are some of the best things that are going on today that people can use as far as housing. They can be transformed into 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom for little cost. There's a cost, but it's not a big, huge cost. But for someone who's homeless or someone who needs shelter, these are perfect because you can customize it for that single person. So it could be a place where they could stay as a transition until they can get back on their feet. So that's something we're looking at in the upcoming years, building a, what do we call it? We call it a box community.
Yes.
Oh, we need a better word for you. Maybe you guys help us with that. But a box community for people who are in the process of transitioning from homelessness or from being incarcerated, or just being out of luck and just need a new beginning. So those box communities will be something that we'd like to offer for them to transition into the next phase of their lives. And part of that will make it into a community. That way people can talk to each other, they can learn from each other. And we'd also like to do a community garden. And the purpose of a garden is not just only to feed you, but it's also there to build community, to build relationships, to build friendships, to build long-lasting relationships. Because once you go out and work in the garden, what do you have to do? You have to talk to the person beside you so you guys can get it done right. So that's part of building a community and growing together and helping one another. And part of that is also, I'm not going to talk too much in the beginning, but part of that is something we do called So Green, So Good. We're going to teach people once they start growing in the community how to take that money, take that food that they grow and become an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
and
what
grow
we're
their
going
own food.
You're going to grow your own food, and it's going to have two purposes. First, it's going to feed your immediate need. And the second part, we're going to teach you how to take that food and go to the markets, to the farmers markets, to a vendor stand, and become a social entrepreneur by selling the food that you've grown. You're putting money back into your pocket to feed and take care of your family, and you're putting money in your pocket to go back and plant some more stuff to continue your business. So that's something we're looking at developing going early in the next year. As soon as planting season drops, early spring, we're going to have a place where people can come who are facing poverty. They can come on the land We're going to give them a plot, and they can grow food and feed those two things. One, feed your immediate need. And the second thing is to take it to the marketplace. And we're going to teach you how to be a social entrepreneur so that you can start your own business. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's that's important. That's what the work that we do. So a lot of times, I know you see me on camera, and I was talking to my husband today. We were gonna put out a behind the scenes video, because a lot of my day is spent, the whole half of this morning until today, up until about 1 o'clock, was spent on craft organization. And so Milton had a video that he put out for Giving Tuesday. And of course, today is Giving Tuesday. And so that's why we are today using this opportunity to talk about craft organization. And so, we're answering this call, right? Because many families are facing hardships.
Yeah. Now, Giving Tuesday is a global day where all nonprofits come together and they put up a campaign telling you how you can support that nonprofit. And for this Giving Tuesday for Craft Organization, we put out a campaign today asking for assistance in helping people to feed themselves during this holiday season. So we're asking people to donate to our organization so that we can buy food, to donate food baskets to different families who are facing hardships during this time. We're going to watch a video here in a little bit, and you can see the video we put out today. And it's just a call to action so that people who have the heart to give, who want to give but don't know where to give, you can donate to us, and we're going to put together baskets, and we're going to donate them to people who we have a list of families who are facing hardship right now. And we want to provide them with some food, if possible, during this holiday season.
Yeah, and when we say food, we mean box. And
we mean a basket, a big basket.
Well, you put your hand up and I'll put my, we mean.
Hold on, what's that?
There you go, a box.
Yeah, a box.
A big box.
We're talking meats, we're talking veggies, we're talking canned goods, we're talking rice, we're talking beans. A whole meal. We're not just want to give somebody 2 cans of food. What is that going to do?
And raw meat. No,
we want fresh food, fresh veggies, and we want to be able to deliver to them with respect and honor, not disrespecting them, making them feel humiliated. We want to give them.
With love.
We do it with love. Yeah, so we want to do it with love. So we'll watch a video once you get ready, and it'll give more information. Don't let me rush you.
I mean, no.
I'm new to all of this.
Well, let's watch the video. So while I'm grabbing the video, okay. Can you just go over and kind of read over that? Because you wrote something so beautiful today about about what we're doing. And so yes, exactly. And then I'll pull up this video and we'll be ready while I'm doing that.
Yeah. So today, as I said, was Giving Tuesday. And our campaign today was dealing with, like I stated earlier, about providing baskets for families in need. And this is what we reached out to people and shared. Many families are facing hardships during this time. Many are in need of food just to keep their families from going hungry. We're asking for your generous donations to help us provide baskets of food for families in need. With your generous donations, we can help families to receive healthy and nutritional foods to sustain them during these tough times. Please help us by helping others.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. So hello to everyone who's watching behind the scenes. Also to Success Nation, everyone. Thank you so much. We have been really working on this. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So you can, if you'd like more information, we in 2019 received a nonprofit tax exempt status and designation from the IRS. And so each one of your donations are tax deductible. And so not only are we interested in doing this work here in the West, our plan is to expand this work that we do our plan is to expand this work that we do to Africa as well, because the need is great. And it's time, there have been so many other, other people, right? We know this, so many other organizations who have been the ones to go in and provide food and clothing, and really just take advantage, right, of the situation and our people around the world, to take advantage of and exploit the resources in return. And so what we want to do is to go over, because these are our people. These are, we love Africa. We care about Africa. We care about, on the ground. And so to work with locals and organizations, to work with Africans on the ground that we trust and we know and who love us and we trust them, to work with them to really begin to provide opportunities and to provide resources so that our people. Hi, Lavecchia. How are you doing? So good to see you. You're such a blessing to us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So to provide opportunities to our people around the world. So the first thing we're going to do is to watch this video from Milton.
Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday video. So just stay tuned for that.
Food is one of the greatest resources that.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to cue it up again. Here we go.
Food is one of the greatest resources that we have here on this earth. There is no shortage of food. Food continues to grow each day, and it's up to us to make sure that everyone receives the food that they need. Hello, everyone. My name is Milton Craft. I'm the co-founder of Craft Organization. During this time of year, a lot of families are experiencing food insecurities. At Craft Organization, we like to help any way that we can to make sure that families are receiving the food and nutrition that they need to sustain themselves during this time of year. This has been a tough time for many this year, and we understand the hardships happen, sometimes at no fault of your own. With your help and with your support, we like to provide families with food during this time of year. On this Giving Tuesday, we're asking for you to help us with your support to provide food for families in need during this time. We like to prepare baskets of food that we can donate and give to families during this time so that they can sustain themselves during this season. On this Giving Tuesday, please donate to Craft Organization so that we can help people in need during this time. You can donate to help us through Cash App, Craft Organization, or through PayPal. Your donation would be greatly appreciated.
All right. So this is the work that we do. So when I'm not doing videos, we are working.
Managing social media campaigns with Monday.com is easy. How easy? This easy.
Oh, y'all. Sorry about that. So when we are not doing craft organs, when you don't see me doing videos and things like that, I'm usually working with Craft Organization in some capacity with whether it's media or just helping out. Milton pretty much takes the lead. And so we provide clothing, we provide food, and we provide shelter through the way of providing enough money for people to either get a hotel room or to spend a couple of nights in the at a shelter, especially during when it's raining here or when it is, or when it's winter, because it can get pretty cold. And so even, we just try to, and it's us who a lot of times who are out there and who need this help and who need this assistance.
In Memphis, Memphis used to, they still have this place called the Memphis Men's Mission. And it used to be free. It used to be free. People who need a place to stay could come stay. But now, over the last couple of years, they're charging people to stay. So we're trying to raise money each day to help people who need to stay in the mission for a couple of nights to be able to stay. It's only like $6 a night. But think about it. If you don't have anything, you're not working, you don't have any funds coming in, $6 is hard to come by. So we're asking for donations. That's why we ask for donations. It's to help people who need help. And that's a place where people, like you said, if it's raining, if it's cold, you can find some immediate shelter, but it's not free.
No.
So we have to help raise funds to keep people safe during this time of year.
Yeah, we have to, and we have to do our part. We once I talk about manifesting a lot. I talk about manifesting. I talk about creating our own reality, creating the world that we desire. And so, part of that, a big part of that is action. And so, when we begin to hear from Spirit that we and being called into this work to really be a blessing and to really really make a change and to make a difference in how our people are experiencing the world. Hello, free to be me. So glad you're here. And so when we started talking about creating this own, our own realities, that means that for me and for Milton, it's an end to poverty. It's an end to hunger. It's an end to homelessness. I mean, we have given, to people, children on the streets and with their parents and with their moms, and it's really hard. It's really hard to see a parent who is sleeping in their van or in their car with children, and to ride by them and not want to help. And so it's hard to see our family, no matter where they are, here in the U.S. or on the continent in Africa. It's hard to see our people struggling for whatever reason, right? Many of us we know what that struggle is like, whether growing up and having a single parent or having one parent in the house who's working, whatever the case. Growing up in the South, we kind of have touches with what it means, right, as a people to struggle. Also, on the continent of Africa, like I said in the beginning, there are a lot of nonprofits who do not look like us, and they are in Africa. Uganda just did this house cleaning, where you might have seen the article where they are eliminating a host of nonprofits because people who are non-melanated are coming and making millions and millions of dollars, nothing, and not even 0.1% of that money is going to help our people. And it is time to make a change. If you really love Africa, if you really love your people here in America, it's time to give. It's time to give. It's time to take a stand and to not wait on the government or someone else to help us. It's time for us as a people a melanation. It is time for us as a people who love Africa and who love our people here, all throughout the diaspora. It is time for us to really decide that we are going to be the change, and we are going to be the ones to raise and uplift our people out of poverty.
Yeah, so true.
This is that season. This is that time. And so we are opening the opportunity to all of you as family members to be a part of this vision and to be a part of this goal. We have some amazing plans. Not only do we feed people here in the West, throughout the Mid-South, but we also have opportunities to provide stipends or gift cards for people to buy food in other places here throughout the West. And so that's something that your donations are able to do. Also, we want to really get to the opportunity where we're helping to provide food and shelter to our people in Africa who may need it. We always hear the good stuff, and there are a lot of amazing good things that are happening in Africa. But at the same time, let's be real about it. Can we really have a real conversation and say there are also people who are really living in abject poverty? And it's time, right, for us, the diaspora, for us African Americans, and all of us throughout the diaspora, to come together and to make a change. And we can make a change.
And along with providing food, clothing, and shelter, we also want to go a step farther. We want to provide skills and training. We want to help them to learn skill, help us and everybody to learn skills on how to grow a business, how to start a business, how to sustain your business. Those are skills that a lot of people don't get. And some of it comes through mentoring, but some of it comes through hands-on and watching people do what they do. And we want to provide skills, the basic skills of starting businesses, so that the resources can stay right there in your community. They don't have to go somewhere else. They can stay right there, and you can build back and build up your community that you're currently in.
Right. One of the first things we hear when we're talking about repatriating to Africa is that there are no jobs. So don't come to Africa looking for jobs. And so if there are no jobs for us and we have skills, and we're here in the West, then think about people who live there. I was listening to a documentary about Nigeria, and they were talking about how there are a lot of graduates, not only Nigeria, but other countries. There are a lot of graduates who graduate every year who are tremendously skilled, very intellectual, and very talented and bright. But the problem is there are no jobs. There are no places for these people to work. And so our people to work. And so that automatically puts people into poverty. So you have people who are driving the cabs, or they're driving the trotros, or they're selling and to earn a meager daily living every day. And so we would like to be a part of the solution in providing sustainable skills and creating jobs.
Exactly. Yeah, that's needed. It's needed. It's very much needed, and we want to be a part of helping them to sustain and solve that problem. So as far as going over, taking the knowledge that we've learned, connecting with other people, other resources, and all coming together to build a better and stronger community.
That's where we are, and that's what our heart is. And so, I really, like I said, hadn't shared a lot. I shared a little bit about craft organization, but I hadn't shared a whole bunch about, what our real kind of other business is, or organization. Our passion is because we've been so deep working in it. And so I thought today on Giving Tuesday, and I saw that amazing video that Milton did. I'm so proud of him. He really did a great job. And that's actually us picking potatoes, actually him, picking potatoes. And so
there's no shortage of food, people.
Right.
Just got to do the work, put in the work, and you'll get the harvest. Ask any farmer. It takes a little work, a little dirt, a little sweat, and you'll reap a good harvest.
Right. And so there's no need for our people here in America
to go hungry,
or anywhere around the diaspora, or anywhere on the continent of Africa to go hungry. And there's no need for people, for example, in Ghana to have to import in tomatoes from Chile, or from all of these, from South America, or even from China or anywhere else. It's time that we are the ones growing these foods, growing these things. And out of tomatoes, you make ketchup and spaghetti sauces and so many other things. And so, just tomatoes is just one example of an industry, for example, in Ghana, that's been so hard hit because a lot of that's being exported, and a lot of those industries are being and factories are being shut down. And so this is what we're hearing from people on the ground. And so this is why we feel so passionate about being a part of this work. And we feel like it's not something that we called ourselves to, but something that we were called to by the ancestors, by the Most High. We feel very fortunate to be in this season and in this in this enlightenment and great awakening period with all of you, where our hearts and our minds are really set on doing something amazing on the continent of Africa and looking at all of the resources. And so there's so many resources in Africa and so much sunlight and so much wealth, not only the natural resources, but one of the biggest resources is the soil, is the healthy soil and the sun and the amount of rain, right? And so we want to be a part of creating farms, of creating sustainable communities and providing shelter for our people. And so, no more relying on anybody else, anyone else, right, to do this for us, taking advantage of our people. It's time for us to do the work.
Yep, you have to put in the work.
Yeah, we want to do this work because we're seeing, for example, organizations that go over to the continent, and the whole trip is, you go over to the continent, and so they take donations. They go over to the continent, and then they spend 2 days, right, working, and the rest of their time is spent on the beaches and lounging and doing all this other stuff. And nothing is wrong. The the beaches are beautiful. They are wonderful, and throughout Africa. But don't you just think it's time, right? We've given our money to so many other, me too included, to so many other organizations.
Yeah.
But where are the melanated organizations that are going to rise up in this season and do this work? And so, I did a video. Here I am, send me for all of the behind the scenes members. And so Milton and I have said, you know what? Here we are. Send us. We want to do your work, right? Africa Here is Home says, I'm working on a sauce. Girl, you go ahead and send me a jar, baby.
Yeah, we'll give you the address.
I'll give you the address, because this is what we should be doing in this season, providing jobs, providing opportunities. And so we've left the link below if you would like to donate. And so many of you, we put this out today. And so we've received donations back today.
Several great donations, and we are really appreciated. We're appreciate it. We're grateful. That's going to take care of a lot of families this season. And we're going to look forward to more donations so that we can do more of the great work. But as she was saying about when certain organizations go over to visit other continents, the goal is really not to go and help that continent to be better.
And you would know because you work for
I work for an organization that did that.
First-hand knowledge.
And basically, it's the front. I'm just going to say it. It's just, we did this and it makes us look good. But that should not be what it's about. If you have an intent and a heart and a desire to go and help somebody, you do that. No strings attached. You do it. You do what you say you're going to do. If you're going over to teach somebody a skill, to teach them how to sustain themselves, you do that. You don't go over and work a day and say, oh, I did my part. What is that? That's no good. What if somebody was teaching you something and they spent 10 seconds on it and said, that's it? I think you'd be a little frustrated. So I think people should treat people the way they want to be treated. So if you have a passion to do it, then you need to put in the time, the energy, and the effort to make sure it gets done. Don't half do it. Do it right. Do it with the right heart and the right mindset so that people can learn and we all can grow from it, because each one teach one. We used to learn that in school.
Yeah, didn't we?
Each one teach one. Okay. So, and that helps everybody to grow and become better, builds a better community, builds a better, stronger bond in the family. So do it right. Do right. Donate to organizations that are doing the right thing, and that's helping people to be better in their lives.
Absolutely. And so, not to toot Milton's horn, but Milton worked for one of the largest organizations here, nonprofits here in the Mid-South, and it was a predominantly non-melanated organization. And so they would do these mission trips and go over and to different African countries. And so we learned. right? We learned. You learned, from them. And so when that time ended with that organization, we decided to, Milton decided to
do it yourself.
Right. Do it yourself and help your own people and be a blessing to your own people, to help really give self-sustainable opportunities to your own people, because one, nobody loves you. You heard this probably before. Nobody's going to love you like your mama. Right? You heard that before. And so nobody's going to love you like the ancestors. Nobody's going to love you like your people. Nobody's going to love you like we love you. Right? And so nobody's going to love you like all of these, you guys in the chat, how amazing you are, the way you love Africa, you think Africa, you want to build Africa. Nobody usually has an intent to go over. There's intent to rob and to destroy and to find some way to backdoor in and take over the resources, or to push a religion, or an ideology that's not necessarily going to bring a full benefit to the people, but instead make them more oppressed, right? By having to live through systems and live, in ways for other people. And so to do this, you have to let go of all your traditions. You have to, you got to be baptized. You got to go let go of your African name. You got to take on their name. You have to live the ways that they want to live, for you to be able to continue to come back, right? And even continue to get food. And we've seen this so many times over and over again, where where countries in Africa receive aid. And then what happens in exchange for that aid? They take the natural resources, the oil. They take all of these things that are unrefined. They take all of the cocoa and the fruit and the wealth, right, of the nation. And then they bring it back to the West, and they make chocolate. They make all of these things, right? And then diamonds, right? They make diamonds. They make all of these things. And then they sell it back, right? Even, they sell it back as a finished product. We know this. They sell it back as a finished products to people on the continent, to our brothers and sisters, right? And it's way more expensive, or way beyond what they got, and then in return. And so even, right, which is supposed to be a gift, even the aid that is provided, they have to sign these contracts where for the aid that they receive that this aid is a loan, and they have to repay it, and then they're taxed on that. And it's ridiculous. And it puts them in a cycle where you can literally never get out of it. And your people continue to be put into poverty and put into difficult and harmful situations. And so with Craft Organization, we want to be part of the solution. Mm-hmm. Not only do you need to, provide job skills, not only do you need to be able, to offset this aid that's coming in so we can rely on ourselves, but you also have to feed people and meet people where they are. If a man is hungry, let him eat today, right? And so that's what we are about doing with Craft Organization. Yeah. Feeding people today and meeting their needs, whether it's here in the West or whether it is in Africa. And so, yes, Lavecchia says, yes, that's how they brainwashed us, right? It's our culture by nature to take care of family. Exactly. Absolutely.
That's true.
It's the truth.
We have to take care of one another.
We do. We have to, right? Blind Guy, his wife, and their life says, I see the link in the description where we can donate. Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate it so much. Mm-hmm. And all of the donations, it is a tax deductible. It's all your donations are tax deductible, and we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you need our certificate or our number or any other information about our
let us know.
You just let us know about our nonprofit. We applied for a nonprofit in 2019 after Milton left the other organization. And so we have been doing this work as part of the nonprofit since 2019, but we have always done this work.
About 15 years.
Yeah, we've always carried.
Not longer.
Yeah, if not longer. We've always carried a kit. I usually have these kits made up, but a plastic bag. They're all in my, probably in my car. I think I'm empty actually though, but we give out kits of food where we provide to homeless people who are homeless, experiencing homelessness, and we provide a face towel and toothbrush, soap, that kind of stuff,
crackers, and a few little canned items, so you could have a good little snack. Something to get you through the day.
Right. And so we do that. We do those. If you go on Craft Organization on Facebook, you'll see that page. Just type in Craft Organization, and we have a Facebook page. I'll put it in the link below if I didn't. And you can go and you'll take a look. I'm sure we've got some pictures. We also have pictures of the boxes that we did last year, 2019. In fact, when you watch that video with Milton, that was an actual box from last year. And we got donations from a
couple of organizations,
Trader Joe's,
Sprouts, and Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm. And then for clothes, we got a donation from
Cato, Ross, was somebody else?
Burlington.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
and what's that other place? Dirt Cheap gave us a donation too.
Yeah. And so really, I mean, we're just really the corporate donations are far and few between, but
they help.
But they help and they come. And so we, yes, corporate donations help. Mm-hmm. And we are blessed by that and so grateful for that. But it's really time for this organization to begin to rely on each other, on you, on all of us. And so that's why we're extending this opportunity, because I kept thinking, we kept thinking, it was like, well, it's so many other people who are, without melanation who are doing this work. And it's time for the nation to arise and for the nation to take care of her own.
That's right.
Blind Guy's Wife, starting a business is part we all need. So does this mean that Milton is crafting a skill set for us to be successful? That was a good one.
Yep, I am.
Yeah. Yes. Look for that class
coming real soon.
Yes. If you haven't already, go join Milton Man on the Mission. And I've told him he needs to be doing some classes very, very soon. And also classes in nonprofit management, because he's been a part of directing and managing nonprofits for quite some time, and has some really great skills in fundraising and putting teams together and doing missions. So, and that's what we are doing, right? That's what we are doing. Right. Levekia says, this is great. This is a great endeavor, combining resources and skills training.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we have to do skills.
Skills are very important. Everybody has some. You just have to develop them and give them the courage to use them. Every skill is important.
Right.
Regardless of what it is, it can be used for something. And we just have to give people the opportunity to use the skills that they have. And you never know. It may be something that you're taught in the process.
Very good. I mean, one of the mission teams that you work with went over and they built houses. Mm-hmm. And so they've been in Zambia and quite a few other places. Mm-hmm. And so now we are getting an opportunity, having this blessing group, getting an opportunity to be able to do this ourselves. And it feels good. It feels good, right? It feels good. And so maybe all of you all will be a part of going on a mission trip with us.
Hey.
Wouldn't that be great?
Ding, 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 ding. We're going to have to put together a team.
Yeah.
Of everybody on this live we're going to put a team together. We're going to commit to it going forward, and we're going to start setting out a plan for us all to go visit and do a mission together. Now, it's not going to be a mission like other folks go over there 2 days to stop. We're going to have a project in mind, and we're not going to leave until we finish that project. So I need you guys to commit to that. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to be next year, and we're going to commit to doing it together.
2021.
As a sign of community and commitment. Good idea.
Yeah. So just email us if you want to do if you're interested in a mission trip.
Yeah, we'll do that.
And even if you're interested in sponsoring, because we want to get youth and we want to get millennials involved
as many as we can.
Right. In this mission of changing the world, right? And creating and providing skills training. So let us know when you send us an email. We'll probably also send out a form, but let us know what your skills are.
Yeah.
What skills?
That's good.
Right. Yeah. What skills do you have? Do you have farming? Can you build? Do you have build something? Do you have
business
electrical
plans, accounting, whatever it is?
Yeah. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
We can
telling people to sit down, telling people stop talking, whatever it is. Hey, that's enough of that. I mean, whatever skill you got, use it. And we welcome all skills. All of those are needed, because if somebody's out there working and get a little hot, get a little tired, people may get a little
gift of water.
Yeah, I got a gift for carrying water. So, I mean, whatever your gift is, we want to use it. So if you're a water toter, come on.
Come on. You're welcome,
honey. You're welcome.
You are welcome. If you're a motivator and you love to inspire people, come on. If you can use a computer, if you can text and use a phone and help with email campaigns, come on.
If you're just one of those that like to stand on the sideline with your arms folded, come on.
Come on.
You'd be the person we talk about all day. So, hey, come on, help us stay motivated. We'll take you too.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Working on the stars. Yeah, all this love in this room. So glad you're here, right? I mean, love it. Better community, better everyone.
Now, who is this working on a sauce?
Africa.
Is it a sauce that you eat?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to challenge you on this live to send us at least 5 jars so that we can donate to families for Christmas.
There you go.
If your sauce is going to be ready by the end. If not, we understand. But if it's going to be ready before the end, we like to put it in the baskets and get it out. It'll help you too, because it'll get your name and word out.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Loving it. I love it. All right. Better communities, better people.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I always use my own money. Guess that's why wrote for that.
You're not broke.
Right. You're wealthy.
You're creating a value added product. You just need to look at it that way, as a form of, hey, I'm creating a product and I'm putting my resources into it, and you're going to reap the harvest soon.
Yes, absolutely. You're going to reap the harvest. Each one teach one. That's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
Same here, right? In 2021, Audi in Africa project. All right, we're going to be in. Oh yeah, you're going to be in Africa. That is awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Good things. I would love to hear more about nonprofit management. Not sure if you're familiar with NGO structure for the African continent. That's something we're working through.
Yeah.
Because we got to figure out.
That's good. I'm glad you shared that. We're going to have to go deeper into that.
Yeah, that's something we've been working on, because we've been trying to figure out what exactly which country that we are going to, right? And so that's something we've been working through the NGO, and we have done some research, and Milton does know quite a bit about it, having worked for the previous organization, because they worked with several organizations throughout China, the Philippines, South America, and all throughout Africa. Yeah. Right. So yes,
we did a lot of work in Sudan. So everybody knows what's going on in Sudan. So it was tough, but a lot of work and time and energy went into it. So.
Yeah. And then every year you would also have the big gives, where you guys would bring in the grain trucks and would stuff, because Alexandria helped that
Feeding
year.
America.
Working with Feeding America.
Working with Feeding America to feed. You pick a country that you wanted to support, and you set a target goal. And our goal, the last time I was there, was like 100,000 bags of food. to give out to 100,000 families. And we reached those goals. Each
Yeah.
year we reached the goals, and it took a team. It was we did it in less than probably 16 hours, but we did it, and people were committed. Volunteers came in, and maybe we can look at doing something like that here too.
Yeah.
You guys are coming up with all kind of ideas. Okay.
Yeah, and this is what this
We just
is.
call it something else.
Yeah, this is what this is. This is kind of this planning, kind of brain trust, right? Because you all are very intellectual, and we honor that, and we are fortunate to be able to be surrounded by amazing people like you. So we're coming up with these ideas, right? Of how we can be a blessing to our people, how we can change the world, how we can come together and as a unit and collective, in this collectivism. We're already almost, Kwanzaa is almost upon us, right? And so we understand the principles of Kwanzaa, and so we want to be a part of this collective work and working together and to providing these amazing ways, right, to feed our people, amazing ways to feed our people, to clothe our people, and to provide sustainable jobs and sustainable incomes to build wealth. That is what Craft Organization is all about. So you'll find the link to donate to Craft Organization in the description below. It's very simple. You can donate via Cash App, or you can donate via PayPal, and so it's it's very simple. And so all you have to do is just have a heart to donate, right? That's really all that you need to do. And so I'm just gonna type this in here. Let's see, Cash App. But I'm gonna just type this in here so you'll see it. But all of the links and the information to donate is in the description box below. So all you have to do is just donate and share a gift. That's really all you have to do. It's just that simple. And so you can, there it is, you can donate via Craft Organization. You can donate via Cash App at Craft Organization, $ Craft Organization, or at PayPal. And so, yeah, we would love to have you donate, love for you to share your gift, and love to be doing work together, right? Work on the continent that's good. Work on the continent where we can really be a blessing here in the West and here in the U.S. as well. All right, so let's see, make sure we got Milton. I would love to hear about, nonprofit management. I got that one. Let's see, in the fashion world, I cook, I build a little, and will help. All right, so we got fashion, we got all kinds of good stuff. This is good, y'all. Sharon, hey Sharon, so good to see you, sweetie. Thank you. Hello, Sharon. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Thank you. 305 Exodus. Hello, family. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much. Let's see. Milton, blind guy, his wife, and their life. Milton, could you give us an example of some of the best systems you've used? I find that not using or even being aware of basic systems have hindered me workflow and that. Well, you want to do a whole video on your channel? How about that?
Hey, I just got the answer from the boss. The boss said I need to do a video on that, and I will do a video on that just for you, Miss Blind Guy, and your family. So, hey, I appreciate that topic. So that'll be another topic that I'll be doing. I'll do it. Hopefully I can do it maybe this week or the first of next week. Yeah. Thank you for that. And I'll make sure that I mention you in that video.
Right. So that's
a good topic. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's a good topic. Yeah. So you all, when you were at
we save it.
Yeah, at the nonprofit, you all use quite a few nonprofit software and organizing everything from donors from donors
A to Z.
Right. You just worked this summer with a nonprofit, you want a scholarship or you want a grant for craft organization to come through.
We went through a training with Microsoft and Apple last March, where they brought us in to analyze our nonprofits. We did a process workflow for each nonprofit. We analyzed basically the structure and layout of each nonprofit, and they, for free, took us for 2 nights, about 18 hours a day, and they analyzed and revamped each nonprofit. So I'll share that workflow process with you too, because that may be something that's helpful. And they do it in every city. So maybe right now they just lost their funding due to COVID. So it may be canceled for early 2021, but hopefully they'll get funding and they can do it later in the year. And if that's the case, I'll share it with you. And because like I say, they do it in every state and so many cities within the state because they get a lot of funding, a lot of funding to do it. So, hey, I'll share that with you as soon as I hear more about it.
Yeah. And so you ended up having to go on stage and do
at the end of the day, after you revamp your nonprofit, you have to get up and share where you were versus where you headed. And that process is it's really awesome because you really sit back and you reevaluate exactly what you're doing. And you realize, well, maybe I could do this better, or maybe I need to go in this direction. And especially I did a video the other day about change. It's about understanding that sometimes you need to make a change.
Yeah.
And that little meeting, those meetings for those 2 days helped us to understand that we needed to make some changes in what we were doing, how we were presenting it, how it was displayed to the public, how people may have been perceiving it. Because you may think you're putting out one message, but what you're actually putting out may be coming to people in a totally different way. So you need to be able to understand and accept that. That's one of the biggest things that we took away from it. What is the message that you're sending to people? Are they receiving a clear message of what you're trying to tell them? So we were very grateful to be able to share those 2 days with that group from Microsoft and Apple.
Yeah, and that's one of the, that was really a blessing because you had to write a whole, application to be able to be accepted to that program. So it was an honor to be able, to be accepted. And I couldn't go with you last year because I got sick, so I couldn't go last year. But Milton was able to go.
I toughed it out.
Yeah, he did. he was a trooper, and when he did his pitch, he had people take pictures. And so if you go on Craft Organization on the Facebook page, I'll also put the link below, but just the title is Craft Organization. If you just go on that.
Am I up there?
Yeah, really? All that's up there from this year when you went to that. And so what was it called?
Give Camp.
And so that was really a blessing, a really great organization. So he'll be able to share.
You can Google Give Camp and you may be able to see if they're in your city. So it's just Give Camp. Just Google Give Camp, one word all together, and see if they're in your city. And if so, you can apply.
Yeah, another thing they did with Give Camp was they built a website, right?
They help you to build websites. They help you to get your social media pages set up from your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. They do LinkedIn too. So they help you connect your website to all of those places. So when you do one thing in one place, it generates in all of the other places. So that's one little SEO trick that they taught us that is very helpful for any business to be able to link what you're doing in one place to all of the other places. That saves you time. And it helps your message to stay consistent across all the social media platforms.
Yeah, and so we're going to be, when they lost their funding, we lost their website.
Yeah, so we lost their website. So we're in the process of trying to find the best hosting site. So if you guys know of a place that's good to use, we've got a few suggestions. I didn't like any of them so far. So we're looking for a new hosting place to host our website, and we'll get that back up and going. They just lost their funding, I'm going to say, like within the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
They stretched it out as long as they could. And but we're grateful for them. They were good to. I mean, we had over 26 nonprofits that were there for that weekend in 2 days, so it was awesome. And everything, like I said, was free. Your website building was free. They host your website for free until the money runs out. So the money's run out. So hopefully by the end of the year we'll find a new hosting site that we feel is good. You got Wix, you've got so many other Google has hosting sites, and then GoDaddy used to be the big thing back in the day. So I don't even know if they're still out there, but there's so many different places. You do.
I did.
What's the name of that thing?
Squarespace.
Squarespace is pretty good, but they're hard to use. So we're just gonna find a great place to host us going forward.
Yeah, and we had paid for a website, but after they offered the the free
we went to the free one.
Went to the free.
Are we gonna do any of these before we
went to the free one? And so we're gonna do all of those. And
okay.
So that's our next thing for us. Big thing is working on. We still have our nonprofit email addresses, so we're excited about that. And so if you receive an email that has craft organization.org, then and
that's
it's
us,
Synolve or Milton, then you know that it is from us. All right, so let's see. All right, hello everybody. Owen E is here. Everyone is here. Oh my God, it's really cold here in Florida tonight. Like up north with it. Ooh, wrap up, right? Be careful. South Florida is cold. Y'all be safe out there, right? And so, no, I mean, this is the reason why we have to take care of our people, right? Because we want to provide food and clothing or donations, gift cards to no matter where our people are and no matter where we need help. That's what we do. We're planting good seeds. Right.
And you all are good seeds.
And you all are good seeds. And we're just grateful for you. Peace and blessings, hey, Jackie C. Hey, Jackie. So good to see you, sweetie. So glad you are here. Thank you. Right. Hello, everybody. Greetings, Royal Family. Hello, Enter Africa. We're talking about craft organization. Today is Giving Tuesday.
Tuesday for all nonprofits across the globe.
Right. For all nonprofits. And so this is the day where we share about our nonprofit craft organization and the work that we are doing, right? Milton has a lot of experience working with nonprofit. And so thank you for that recommendation, Give Camp, a real gem. Yes.
We're here for each other.
We are. Wix is a good one.
Yeah, Wix is good.
Yeah. And so, more about craft organization. We have.
Let me get my eyewear.
Let me, so first.
Let me take them back off.
You got, so first, I'll just say the goals, and you want to do the phases or you want to do the goals? Which one do you want to do?
I'll do the goals.
Okay, Milton's going to do the goals, y'all.
I can read those.
Okay.
All right. At Craft Organization, we have 3 main goals. And they are: 1 is to provide food, clothing, and shelter, skills training, and other resources to help our brothers and sisters here in the West and in Africa. The second goal is to expand our efforts to provide assistance to families repatriating to Africa or visiting Africa for the first time, and to unite our brothers and sisters across the globe with our brothers and sisters here at home. And what that means is we're going to prepare a safe haven where the healing begins, where we connect Africans and and the diaspora to connect, grow, and work together. We're going to build communities, basically what we're doing. We want to build like-minded communities. And the third part of the goal is to expand our media company, which is what we do here. We're growing across. We want to expand it here and across the diaspora, and to open up many avenues and opportunities for those who are interested in being in media.
Right. So that's one of the skills training for us. Yeah. There's one in Sierra Leone that's a nonprofit, and they provide skills training in the area of media and film. And so to do small films, to do documentaries, to do media, we feel like this is really important for us to do, really important for us to be a part of. All right. So we don't die. Y'all, sorry about that. But so we don't die, we're going to plug this up. and get some fuel. Thank you, Milton. And so our hope is to create, as part of this second goal, is to create a safe haven and a healing space, so that in a sustainable community around farming, we have what we call craft farms, and and so we want to create and provide that opportunity around food. So phase one, right? Milton, thank you. So phase one, we want to expand our ability to serve people here in the West by providing food, clothes, and shelter and skills. So we're already doing that here. We're providing food and clothes here, but we want to expand our ability to serve. A lot of what has gone into craft organizations, beyond those donations that we talked about from Ross or from, and these aren't, the problem is they're not always annual donations, right? In terms of the money you have to apply every year. So we want to have sustainable donations that are coming on a regular basis, whether it's monthly or quarterly, or even now you're looking at your taxes and you're thinking, look, okay, I don't want to have to pay the government everything. So you talk to your tax advisor and you say, right, my family and I need to give. We need to give this much to be able to offset our taxes. And so this is that time to be able to do that, so we can expand what we're doing here in the West. Just do more. We want to do more for our people, love our people more. And then phase two, right, is us connecting on the continent. And so currently we're working with a couple of orphanages and nonprofits to see where that we trust and we believe, right, that are melanated, that we trust and we believe have our people's best interest at heart. Right. And so this is a sense of urgency for us, because there's a great need all across Africa. And so we want to be the ones, right, to be able to provide food and care, whether it's health care, whatever the need may be, to our people. And so that's where we are. Right now we're kind of vacillating between these two, phase one and phase two. And if anybody would like to see these phases, if you'd like to have this information for yourself so that you can look at it, just email myrepatjourney@gmail.com. You'll probably receive an email back from Milton or I at craftorganization.org, and so you'll receive an email back, and we can just let us know. Just send us the email if you want to know more about these plans, more about our goals, more about our phases. And so that's where we are right now between phase one and two, right, of providing clothes and shelter and food to our people here in the West and our people in Africa.
And that providing shelter is looking at what I talked about earlier, the box community. We're looking at building communities here and communities there for people to have a place to live. The box community, like I said, are just railroad box cars or storage containers where you can build a community out of those, rehab them, repurpose them, and make it a living quarters. Hey, for someone who needs a place to stay, I think that's beautiful. It's not too expensive, and something we like to provide here and also on the continent.
Right. And the great thing about Milton's plan, we've actually gone to visit a box community here, and they're using a box community here right now to house businesses. And so we've also seen, right, it's beautiful. We'll have to put up
get pictures for you.
Yeah, we have pictures, but we'll have to really share them with you on the Facebook page. And so we're doing those box communities because one is cooler, right? And so we've seen over, if you've ever noticed in Africa, a lot of different places, Ghana or different places, a lot of the stores that they in the Gambia too, a lot of the stores that they have are actually using old railroad box containers. And so now there's been a lot of talk in the non-profit community in the NGO community, there's been a lot of talk about a lot of talk about using these box homes, getting these old railroad containers at really inexpensive prices, and then building these communities. And then phase 3, getting that right. So phase 3 is establishing these sustainable communities, whether it's earthbound homes, whether it's the box communities around farming, right, and working and building together. And so this includes what we call an opportunity to establish the sanctuary at craft farms in Africa, right? Because we will have craft farms here, and we'll have craft farms in America. And so our goal is to create a haven for our brothers and sisters to come and have a soft landing, right, place, where a soft landing when they repatriate from here to the continent, where people can heal and rest and grow. Our goal is to create what we call the sanctuary, right? So that people can come together and it can be a healing space with a retreat center, so that people can learn whatever languages they need to learn, and on content, and so that we can really come together and grow, right? So for speakers and gatherings, and for children to learn and to play, and for us to love and grow together and build a community in Africa, right? Not pulling away from anyone, but including our African brothers and sisters, and working and living together and uplifting each other, because they already know about the land and the soil in Africa, right? And so we definitely want this community to be a community where we all grow, we all love, and we all live together. And so that means purchasing equipment, right? It means purchasing tractors and plows and fencing and lawnmowers and weed eaters and other supplies, right? It means purchasing non-GMO seeds and land when we get to Africa. And so that's where you guys come in as a part of this vision of craft organization. And then phase 4 is sharing the journey of craft organization, sharing the journey of all of us who made it over, right? Hallelujah. All of us who came back home through the door of return. And
sharing the story that you make while you're there.
Right. And sharing the stories that we make while we're there. I love that. We got to add that. And so, yeah, and just our vision to feed the world and to make it a safe place for our people. And so we have some media equipment here, but we want to purchase more things like cameras, lighting, computers, and more to create a studio for a video and for television and for small films. And so, and that all of in there, so many different skills that we can share with others, right? There's once we get this equipment, there's the being able to run a tractor, a plow, to put up fencing, to with the lawnmowers and weed eaters. There's the ability then to have a lawn service and to have a service that goes out and does gardening for other people, and does yard work for other people, and all these things. There's this opportunity with the farm not only to do food, but to do flowers, and to also build factories. This is what we want to do, right? And to dispel this myth that we as a community, Africans, and those of us who are from the diaspora, somehow we can't get along. We don't love each other, and we do. We do, we do. And so we just want to work together. The opportunity to learn about media, from branding to lighting and cameras, and then all of the other skills in between, accounting, GMO management, everything in between. That's what we want to do.
Exactly.
And so your donation helps us so much. If you can give something, no matter how large or small, it would help us to be able to do the work that we have been called to do as a community of people working and living together, right? This is the season. Which and the phasing, which plannings are we what countries are we working on first for the phasing or the box communities? We are working on we've been talking about Ghana, the Gambia, and Tanzania. That's where we've been really focusing on building these communities. So
now, here in the West, we live in Tennessee.
Mhm.
We live 30 miles east of Memphis, Tennessee, and we live in a suburb in Memphis. So we're surrounded by rural, and then we're surrounded by the city 30 miles east. So we're looking at doing a box community here in the country as well as in the city. So
Wow.
we're looking at doing it both, and then we're looking at we're bordered by 7 states. But we're like 5 minutes from Mississippi, 15 minutes from Arkansas. So we're looking at doing the same thing in Mississippi and in Arkansas. So we're looking at three states right now to get started in doing this. And when I say community, I'm looking at no more than 15 to start. 15 in a community. I think that's enough to get started within a community. So that's the first phase of building those box communities.
Yeah, and then once we get these communities and we start these communities, they're transferable to be able to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So once, even though we're concentrating in the Mid-South, once we get one done, we can duplicate it all across the country, and we can get our people from under bridges. We can get them out of these homeless shelters that are just transient, and people, it's not safe for children. It's just not safe for our people, and get them into places in home ownership where they can own their own homes, own their own land, and grow their own food and be safe. We have to be a part of the solution. Now, as far as Africa, we said, Gambia, the Ghana and Tanzania, but wherever it's the same thing. Once we lock this, we're locking these plans down. We have the funds to be able to do the things.
We can go anywhere.
We can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere you want to be, anywhere you want to go, that's where we want to be. Anywhere an African touches their toes, I'm telling you, this is where we want to be, and it is time, y'all. It's just time that we take care of our own people. It's time. We watched our people and our resources be pillaged and taken advantage of and oppressed, and it's time. Were you laughing at who said? Yeah, it is time. It was a comment up here. Let's see. Lavecchia says, you both are wealth of knowledge with huge hearts.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, that's sweet. We just look, when the Most High wakes you up at 3:00 in the morning with this stuff, and it's like a download. It's like you just have to, just have to take. Usually it's Milton early in the morning, like 8, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And like I said, Milton has worked for nonprofits who have actually gone to Africa, Sudan, Zambia, all across the continent.
Lagos, Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria. And so now it's about bringing that expertise and that knowledge back to Melanation, back to us who really care about Africa and care about our people. Blind God and his wife, Milton's expertise in real estate will shine through here in home in Africa.
Oh, right on.
Well, Milton, so we're gonna, tell them a little bit about. So your channel, you talk about, you talk about on your channel your expertise with real estate, because we owned one of the first things we did when we were together. We owned a property, and that was your
first investment when we were what, 25?
Yeah,
early 20s. We were young. I think we were 25, 26. Our first investment was we bought a 5-unit apartment complex. And like I said, we live 30 miles east of Memphis, and we bought it in the heart of Memphis, one of the roughest parts of Memphis.
Yeah.
And So country boy, country girl, we didn't know much about it. So, but we bought it, we invested in it, we grew it. We learned the tenants, we learned the area. Everybody was getting along fine, and we did well. And that was the first property we ever bought. So, investing in real estate is an awesome thing. Please do it if you're able to, and learn the different tricks and techniques. You don't always have to spend your money. Try not to spend your money, and invest, and then help you to grow and build your portfolio.
Yeah, and so real estate is a part of our wealth and portfolio of knowledge. I'm saying our as in Milton's. And so, you know, I kind of stick with the writing and the media and that kind of stuff. I do. I like getting to know the tenants, especially when they have babies. Yeah, I
as long
do.
as they got the babies,
right? As long as they got the babies, I like to get to get to know the families, and so especially the moms and the women, I get to know. And then Milton you always have a tenant who helps you. You put them to work, right? Especially if they can't pay rent.
They put themselves to work because they can't pay rent. So they manage it, and they'll make sure everything is done. They make sure things are taken care of. Nobody's doing anything crazy, which is fine. I mean, bartering system has been here forever. It's still here. It's never going anywhere. And people who refuse to barter kind of hinder themselves from growing.
Yeah.
Because you never know what somebody can offer you and what you can offer them. So sometimes bartering helps people to see how they need to grow, as well as helping you to see how you need to grow. So yeah, we like bartering. It's okay. And we have tenants that barter now, which is fine. It's part of growing. And as long as you're able to keep your head above water and they're able to survive, everybody's happy.
Right. And so if they can do sheetrock, or if we had a tree to fall in one of the properties, and so if they can do sheetrock, or if they can paint, or if they can replace a toilet, or
save you some money,
right, and that knocks it off their rent, and they can put food in their in their babies' stomachs, and everything is good. That's and good so we just it's a community, and that's what we want to continue to build, right? Right. That's what we want to be. Let me know if you need to come up to Tennessee. If I need to come up to Tennessee to help you guys with the box farming.
That's awesome.
I have a special interest in real estate and tiny homes.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
We will keep you on the radar.
Yes. Send us an email so we can stay connected. Definitely stay connected. Right. Other people's money, OPP. You'll have to please go check out Milton's channel, because on his channel he talks about all of the things business. He's gonna add nonprofit.
We're gonna add nonprofits, but investing in yourself is the best investment you can ever make. Absolutely.
And so this is really the most, this is the most important, thing right now, is for us to invest in ourselves, for us to really understand that this is the time, this is the season, for us to really invest in who we are, to invest in the work that we are being called to do, and not wait on anyone else to do it for us. This time is now, right? This time is now. So if you haven't already, this is a good time. Go check out Milton's channel. Go check out his channel, Milton Craft, Man on a Mission, and join his channel. And you can get a lot of business experience, a lot of business information, and you can share in this expertise and wealth of knowledge that he has, having worked with nonprofits and having worked with Fortune 500 companies as well. So I have the information on the screen for you. Milton and I have done our due diligence, we think.
We have. We've enjoyed it. It's been fun.
Yeah, in presenting craft organization to you. And so now the rest is up to you. All you have to do is give. And we have, give and share. Right. Give. You can, we've made it very easy for you. You can give by Cash App, $Craft Organization or PayPal Craft Organization. And so you can give. And we are just so grateful and thankful to all of you who have already given. We really appreciate it, because this money the first money will go to helping during this season, people who are in need and who have food, who have a need for food, right? Who have a need for food and clothing. That is our big thing, especially food in this season. We're grateful Cato's has given us a donation of clothing, and so we are going to center. Usually we do a toy store during Christmas, but this time our need is food. We've had people writing us for food. And they're, and so that's what we are doing, the food baskets this year. And then beyond that, beyond the money that we raise for that, beyond that, then it goes into all of the other plans and goals that we've outlined here tonight, including beginning to work with Africa and to share our resources, our talents and gifts and skills in Africa. That is it. That is what we are about. That is what Craft Organization is. And this is the vision that we are excited about you all becoming involved and connected with us. Right. We'll share more about Craft Organization. Maybe we'll do this at least once a month to come on and talk about our Craft Organization and give you guys kind of sort of updates where we are, and to really go over our plans and, get with the think tank. You guys are our community, our community of thinkers, and to really get ideas from you all on where the direction you think we should go, or ideas about the things that we should be doing. And so we're just happy and excited that you all came and joined us tonight. Right? Yes, right. It's time for us to invest in us. Lavecchia says, Brian and I are so glad you shared this with us. You've made us want to do more. Awesome. Thank you. And thank you so much to Brian and Lavecchia for all that they do to support this channel and also to support Craft Organization. We are just so grateful for their support. We're grateful for their time and for their energy, and that they are people who put their money where their mouth is. It's one thing to say you love Africa. It's another thing to really understand the need and decide that you want to be a part of the solution. You will be a part of the change. And we are so grateful for you. If you'd like more information about Craft Organization, you can just write us. The email is going to be below, myrepadjourney@gmail.com. And so we're just grateful. Any parting words, Mr. Craft?
Thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope we've shared some information that's helpful to you, not just for us, but for you and your business. We're all here again, as I said earlier, to help one another. We're all growing together, sharing together, and learning together. So thank you again for spending time with us. Hopefully, we're sharing helpful. And thank you for supporting us on this Giving Tuesday.
Yes. And for those of you all who really wanted to give me something for my birthday, I know. My birthday is December the 14th. I know you wanted to give me something for my birthday. I have a campaign on YouTube, on Facebook. But I'm asking that everyone give to Craft Organization. I want to make sure for my birthday that no one goes hungry. I want to make sure that families are fed and that families have a place to stay the night and they are warm. And so you would help me so much in Milton and our children, because our 2 children, you don't see them a lot, but they are very much involved in the organization. Our daughter, Allie, Alexandria, she is out always sharing these donations. She also helps to pack the boxes along with Future, her friend. That's my nickname for him. And also our son is always helping with the technical side and really helping us to organize the business and to really because we have some STEM programs that we want to do. And he is a part of building out that STEM program. And our daughter is a teacher, so she's a part of building out the educational programs. And so we are just really, really grateful for both of them, E&A, Evan and Alexandria, for all of their help and support that they have given us. And so we're just so proud of them. Our goal is to raise $10,000 by December the 14th. Our goal for 2021 is to raise $100,000. That is our goal.
Gotta build some box amenities.
And you can be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a part of that. It's not for us, but for our people. It's for you.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much. We love you guys so much. Be sure to email us. All the information is and the links are in the link below. If you have any questions, just email us because we're here to serve you and to change the world. All right, guys. All right. Thank you, guys. Love you so much. Great resources. Thank you. Are you welcome? And there'll be more on Milton's channel. So go over and subscribe. Yep. Thank you. All right, guys. Love you guys so much. Black love. We love you guys so much. We're going to see you real soon. Yeah, Milton will be back with me. You'll see us again real soon. Milton will be over on his channel, but we'll come together soon. All right. Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.